to kick back, relax, and talk some shit with your fam. If you're bored, never fear. Crack a beer. It's that inmate Charmy, and we here. The midnight hour. The midnight hour. Night hour.
Or
Trick or treat!
Tochi.
Hello.
Welcome everybody to the show. We
Hello.
are glad to have everybody in the chat. We got Bang and Mr. Bones in the chat. Everybody that's lurking, welcome. Everybody that's watching the replay, welcome. What's up, Shabao? He went to Applebee's and my Mortal Kombat VHS and oh, that's nice. You talked to Brianna and got a Mortal Kombat VHS. Very cool, dude. I hope you enjoy your time with Brianna and getting your VHS of Mortal Kombat. How are you, Jennifer?
Doing good. Doing good. I am sun free for 5 days.
What you mean?
Um, he has run away for 5 days to a hotel.
Does it mean you have to stay inside for 5 days?
Motel Hell.
No, he was mad about our duplex because he can't go downstairs to grandma's for 5 days. So he ran away to a hotel, and that's where he's sleeping at night.
I hear that. And I'm not a big fan of stairs myself either. So what? It's been kind of a sad month, man. We lost a lot of great actors, a lot of great wrestlers. We lost Little Damone. Sorry about that, Jennifer. Uh, just been a sad month.
Yeah.
We need things to start being a little more positive soon. I feel like everybody's dying off and shit. I'm sick of this shit. You know?
Yeah.
I mean, I understand that life is part of the circle of life, but like, damn, everybody's passing so sudden. People are losing pets, and people are sick, and it's got to take every day and be appreciative of the days you got. I've been getting treatments for my medical issues
Hmm.
every week for the past like 3 weeks, and I have to sit in a room with kind of catty cornered to a whole bunch of people that are getting chemo, and I just keep telling myself, you you could be worse off, but those people seem to be in really good spirits for having to go through chemo. I'm sitting here being an asshole for less problems.
Yeah, I got myself a cheer up cup.
Oh, what?
A cheer up cup. I got myself it.
Okay, well, you'll have to explain what a cheer up cup does.
When I put my coffee in it, it cheers me up.
Oh, I see. I see. I got
Mm.
you.
The echo.
Yeah,
Retired Echo.
we're gonna we're gonna we're gonna talk
Tired from
about
what?
Hello, Echo.
What
we're
are you
gonna talk
retired
about
from?
he's tired, like he's tired.
I'm just retired. I'm just gonna be retired from life and sit
Oh,
around and
that's
do
all right.
what other
Retired.
I'm gonna do what other retired people do. I'm gonna sit around butt naked and bitch at the news.
Well, send me
Oh
pictures,
man.
Echo.
Isn't that what you're supposed to do when you retire? Sit around, bitch at the news.
Hey guys,
Yes.
what's
What?
up?
Yes.
How y'all doing?
Long time no see. In here.
How
I
are
know,
you?
I
Casey
know,
asked me
man.
about you the other night. Asked me if I've heard from you.
Really, man, I can't keep up with things these days, man. I'm sorry. It's been a lot of turmoil, stress, and crazy stuff going on. So,
Yeah, I get you. Well,
and I can't keep up with group chats anymore, man. It's just so much, man. I've really kind of lost touch with everyone. Uh,
That's okay, brother. We really it doesn't bother us in our group chat. Our group chat is there to be there for each other. You know what I'm saying? If times get tough, we understand.
well, anytime stuff starts going bad, I just kind of like go into hermit mode or something, and at least that's how it's been lately. But yeah, I'm still trying to work stuff out. So, but it'll be fine, man. It's no big deal. But I got an
I
idea
will,
for a new video, though. I'm trying to produce it, but it's going to be a little difficult to do.
I will say this though. This is a direct response to what you're saying.
Okay.
Nothing is too crazy that you can't go and talk to your friends about, brother. I'm just telling you.
Yeah,
There's
I
nothing
understand.
that we haven't seen, man. Trust me.
I hear you. I hear you. Well, that's good to know. I'll try to stay more active in the chats. Then I it's a lot of kind of unthinkable shit. So like uh, but I don't want to bog it down, man. Like it's I'm glad to see you guys is all, and
No, no, no. You don't have to bring it up now. I'm just saying, if you ever feel like you want to talk to us, just reach out, dude. I mean, there's
that's why I
shit. We've
came up,
all
man. I figured it's been long enough. I've been trying to come up with ideas, but man, I'm just
we've, we've all been through countless amounts of shit ourselves. We get it.
too bad the tornado out here today. It
Did
was
you?
headed right for my fucking house.
Oh my god.
Yeah, I've never seen US 30 so dark. It was just dark for blocks. And Just crazy, crazy stuff. But how are you guys doing? I mean, everything all right in your towns and your
We've
cities? And
we've had two of them around here over the last
yeah.
2 or 3 months.
Oh, Jesus.
Luckily we were spared, but everybody around here was spared.
That's good.
Uh,
Right on.
but
And
look,
we just
there's
keep
the
having
cheetah.
snow and rain.
Oh,
Snow, rain, snow.
that's a good song.
So what's your idea for videos, or are you holding that in?
Well, I wanted to. I'll go ahead and spoil it. I was gonna give Patrick his wish after all, and do a video of like a movie room tour or something. Because it's changed so much, and why the hell not? You know.
What's up, EA? Horror,
Although I
Erica.
just spilled the beans, so it's no longer a surprise.
I think a lot of people have been curious about your room,
Right?
about what you got in it, and your movies.
Yeah, man. Well, that's. I was kind of trying to. I was going to try and hopefully settle that, to some degree, but yeah, I haven't lost many over the last year or so that's good.
More
But
particularly your more obscure shit. I think people want to see what a
sure,
lot of your obscure shit that you have.
yeah. Well, I try to keep that all out, so it'll be in the video for sure.
I want to ask you something, and this is non-related to anything.
Okay.
So, does being a realtor, because everybody knows the cat's out the bag, we've all talked about it. Does that
Sure.
provide you with enormous amounts of stress?
Yeah, man. Oh boy, especially with new houses, man, because there's nothing more difficult to maintain for however long than a new house customer because oh my god. Basically, you're never right. You're always wrong at any point in the whole scheme of things, and yeah, it's just continuous stress. I mean, and I don't know if I really like my job at all anymore. I mean, in fact, I've really kind of been averted from it, and it's because of stress, man. Like my heart's dying, so and my spirit, you know. So yeah, my it's not hard physical labor, but it's really taxing.
Because a couple of my other friends are also realtors, and they're fucking miserable right now. Like, I'm just being honest with you,
I hear you.
and
Yeah,
I just worry sometimes that that's something that you experience, and I hope you're good enough to do whatever you want in life, man. You could probably do something else if it's bothering you too much.
well, thanks, dude. I hope so. Uh,
EA wants to know: have you ever done a video ranking your disturbing movies?
you know, there's so many disturbing movies, and I think Jerome from Horrible Reviews has probably the best list, I'd say. Although I would say, yeah, I might rank. I don't know. It's so hard to rank because it looks disturbing to me, may not be disturbing to you. But I would say one. I just thought of this the other day. One of the most disturbing movies has got to be Jacob's Ladder. I know it's a Hollywood production and all that, but like, you know how that movie ends, right? Like, so it's not a
Of course.
spoiler, right? Like,
I'm not going to say it in case anybody else here hasn't, but
okay, well, just I don't know. If you put a little bit of thought into the end of that movie, it's very hopeless, you know. And gosh, that one disturbs the hell out of me. Although Guso Milk was pretty disturbing.
all right. Erica wants to know. She has a question for everybody in the panel. Do you guys log your movies in some type of spreadsheet, or do you guys use software? What do you guys do to log your movies?
I write them on a list and then use my laminator to laminate them.
Oh yeah,
Microsoft Excel spreadsheet.
right on. Well, personally, I use this. I think the app is just called Movies or something, and it was like $15 originally, but it's a forever price, and you can scan the codes and everything in there, so it makes it a little easier to write them in, I guess. But that's what I use. I haven't been really up on that lately, especially the ones I've lost. So, but it helps.
I used to write it. I used to write them down. Then I realized that all the fucking multi packs that I have were making me have anxiety about writing them all down.
Yeah, exactly. What do you do with those?
I just have a number for like 1 for VHS, 2 for, DVD. And then if
Yeah,
they're on a multi-pack, it's just I put a 4.
but
So
do
then
you write out the ones in the multi pack?
I put 4 for it's on a multi-pack.
But then how do you know you're not getting the same movie? That's the part that stresses me out. Like, how do I know I'm not buying the multi pack that has the same movies on it? You know?
Mm.
I'm like I have 5 of these.
You have
So
5 copies of Roadhouse.
Just in case.
Just
You
to
have
make
5 copies
sure.
of the Double Deuce.
Yeah, the double douche. Yes, I do.
How many copies you got of the Jake Gyllenhaal one?
Of what one?
The remake with Jake Gyllenhaal?
0. I've never seen it.
Do you got part 2?
No.
Is he like the Patrick Swayze character in that?
Yeah, I
I
believe
think
so.
they call
Right?
him Dalton.
Dalton. But
It's a weird choice.
Sam Elliott is a ooh. He's cute too. Oh,
I've been on a Tombstone kick. I've been watching Tombstone every day this week. I don't know what it is.
I love
Huckleberry.
that film. That's a great movie.
Pops is your Huckleberry.
I'll be a
You know what?
Huckleberry.
True story, and I've never told anybody this. That's the worst thing I've ever said in an interview. I said it at an interview one time and I didn't get the job. I should have never said it. I think I would have got the job. I was applying for a promotion and I told them, I was like, you guys know me? You know the type of work that I do? I'm your Huckleberry. And the guy laughed and I didn't get the fucking role.
Oh man, that's some BS right there, man. Not
Say
cool.
when.
you to be my Huckleberry.
Say when.
What's your favorite scene? Would you say, if you can narrow it down?
It's easily that scene. Dude, that scene alone has reaction videos all over YouTube for people that
Oh,
have never seen the movie. Just that scene alone.
Ringo versus Holiday at the end there.
Well, not
That's
only that,
my
but the part where he's laying in bed first and then he goes to the fight.
that's my
Oh
favorite scene where he
yeah,
says that and goes and kicks everybody's ass because he has nothing to lose because he's sick.
yeah. And he gets Wyatt's badge. That
Yeah.
is a tremendous scene. Val Kilmer, amazing in that movie.
Johnny Ringo, we got unfinished business.
Dude, one of my favorite scenes is the one with Billy Bob Thornton.
Billy
It's
Bob
just
Thornton.
hilarious, some of his dialogue in that one, man.
All right, then.
But yeah, it's true, Erica. I said it in an interview and I said, I'm your Huckleberry. And the guy Ed was interviewing, he laughed his ass off because I kind of knew him personally. But I think he thought maybe I was being funny, but I was trying to be serious and be like legit and be direct.
Yeah.
I let him know I'm your man. I've got this. Just hire me. And I don't think it set well with him. So don't ever say that in your interview. I'm your Huckleberry. Don't ever
Dude,
do
that
that.
would be the clincher, man. For me, I'd be like, you're hired, man. When can you start?
I know. Someone said that to me. They'd be promoted instantly, but
Yeah.
Patrick writes down his multi-pack titles.
Multi-pack mania.
That's just a lot of work, man. Because I've got a 50-pack multi-pack, and
50. How many discs is that, man?
Those
I think
those
it's like 4.
were a lot of those were
Okay.
in the $5 bin at Walmart. Of course, I got those.
Yeah. It's got to be good savings, you know. Just sometimes you just don't want to buy an individual movie, I guess, and
Well,
why
it's
the heck
got to
not?
be
You
gold in the weird movies on those.
know? It's usually how
They
it
re-
goes.
Mhm.
they just made 4K of Tombstone. By the way, if you guys have 4K systems, they just made a 4K release of Tombstone.
Oh,
Well,
that's good to know.
And you guys are probably already aware that there's going to be a Nightmare on Elm Street box set coming out soon. Another
From
one.
from where?
Universal, I believe. Even though
Oh,
it's New
really?
Line Productions, it's going to be. I think it's Universal that's doing it. Uh,
That's awesome, dude.
if I could
and guess
have,
who? Guess who is now on the convention scene? She's starting to go to Elm Street conventions.
oh,
Is
Patricia?
Patricia Arquette is now starting to do the convention scenes.
mm,
So over the next couple
Wow.
of years, if you guys get to cons, now once you've saved up enough
Right.
cash, it takes 5 years to go. Then
I was
Patricia
so in love
Arquette.
with her back in the like Nightmare on Elm Street phase, man. Like, what? Sorry, I don't know.
Guess who else
Embarrassing
is doing
admission.
conventions? Jason Voorhees' legs. I've seen people talking about that being funny. The lady, she does his legs in one scene or something. She starts showing up at conventions signing pictures.
Do what?
Jason
legs.
Voorhees' legs.
What about his legs?
There's some scene where a lady is wearing overalls for like part 1 or 2 and does a scene for Jason Voorhees' legs. And all of a sudden now she's showing up at conventions signing pictures.
Really?
Hey, man,
What
that's
are
probably the most important part of Jason's his legs. You know, he's always right on. You know, his next victim. You know,
the,
pretty important part, man. Then there's Michelle.
Well, now I know there's a girl under that. It's not as cute.
I don't know. It makes it a little more cute for me for some reason.
Ben Graham.
Now I'm always going to be checking out Jason's legs when I watch a
Woo woo.
parade. Yeah.
what's up, Ben Grimm? We're gonna have to. I'm gonna have to figure out which scene that is, what movie that is.
Yeah. It's got to be a stark contrast, you know, like you never know. But you would think it would stand out, you know.
So Wes, I want to highly encourage you to make videos, man.
I know,
I've been
man.
miss- I've been missing the Ice Lord content.
Yes. Well, getting back on that, I've got a new device coming soon, so I should be able to record some again. And yeah, I think that I technically committed YouTube. I don't know if you can say the word. I jumped off a cliff when it came to YouTube, like basically destroyed my own channel accidentally, and yeah, I mean, I need to make content, yes, but
We'll
not
change
just
the
a
phrase
single.
to you committed YouTube castration.
Well, no, Curly did the castration, but yeah, I yeah, I've been castrated on YouTube. several times. Then it happened in real life, but chemically.
Sir. No, no.
What's that?
Please don't castrate yourself, sir.
Oh no, I don't castrate me. Don't get me wrong. I could never do that. I don't even have the balls to cut my own wrists or anything. But like, uh, yeah, no, I wouldn't knowingly, willfully do that. But I hear that it's virtual suicide to stop posting for more than a month. And boy, I'm really now feeling the effects, man. I didn't get a lot of watch hours before, but now,
Well, here's the thing. I think a lot of us have taken a lot of time off. It's not just you.
yeah,
I
man.
just think that we went it hard for a couple years, man. We were going nonstop, and if you go back and you look at the last 3 years, even on this show, like this is like 207 episodes. Like this is we've been going hard at it for a long time, and I think just sometimes it just gets tiring. But
Yeah,
also at the same time, like people rely on this shit. Like people want us to come up, and we don't sometimes, and I feel terrible
yeah.
about it. But
Well, I feel pretty
people like
terrible
our
about my
personalities, and everybody on this panel, and a lot of the people in the chat, everybody in the chat, everybody brings their own dimension to their channels. Everybody's so talented. It's not like, and no one here has boring content. I'm being completely honest with you. Everybody's got excitement. Echo's coming up with. He's got I think one of the first people to do a trauma week this from our community. He's got that coming up.
Next month.
I mean, there's a lot of excitement and things that go around. It's just that it needs to be community based. Like, and there's times when, no offense, I can't get to everything because I've got so much going on, and I try to, but like when it comes to doing this stuff, like it's cool to see other people do stuff too. You know, um,
yeah,
I'm trying
dude.
to find myself and my next step in life. I've looking at different job options and things and trying to take care of my damn health. I've been getting infusions and going back and forth with a doctor for the last month, just trying to get myself healthy, and really looking forward to 2026 more than I am 2025, to be quite honest with you. I feel like you have to go through a couple years of rebuilding to get to where you can settle down comfortably.
Yeah, that's true. I almost have a love-hate relationship with my own videos. Like, I don't know. There's a part of me that likes them, and just another part of me is like, oh God, what were you thinking? And and then technically, I really haven't had the ability to make a video myself, and StreamYard keeps messing me over.
I think we
And
all feel like that. Don't you guys feel like there's videos you don't feel like you did very good on, or streams you don't feel like you did your best work on? I feel like
oh
that.
yeah,
I feel like
I
you
know I
do
do.
more than I do.
But I assure you, everybody in this chat, everybody on this panel, there are people that are worse than us. I'm telling you. And I'm not trying
Well,
to say that to make fun of them, but there are people that can give two shits how they look or what they're doing on YouTube, and they'll get millions of views.
oh sure. It's almost like a race that you can't win anyway. Like, there's
I
this
assure
channel that
you,
pop up out of nowhere, 5,000 subscribers and monetized and all. It's just like, what? How's that work?
I've battled the monetization fight. I've battled and battled and battled it.
I bet.
If you get it, it's fantastic. I've had it. But then when it goes away, you're like, you try to get it back, it's damn near impossible. Damn near
Yeah.
impossible.
I've never been monetized, and I just gave up on it. I was like, well, I don't know. I never really. I mean, I tried to get it, but My watch hours, man. That watch hours is a. How do you get that, man? Like you got to be really
Exactly.
good looking or something, you know? Like
Just real quick, the Cheetah and Eric Hyde have something coming up. It's called Sharks versus Schlock 2. It's coming. It's their
nice.
annual their stream they do. They send videos back and forth. Um,
That's awesome.
I was monetized for 2 months, and then I got in trouble, and then got demonetized.
Oh no.
Literally, I busted my ass to get monetized and got demonetized. But you
That's
have
terrible.
to. You can't do it just by yourself. You have to get a group together, and you have to watch each other's shit for hours. I'm talking hours to be able to get to that level.
I slept with
I
Bob
believe it.
on.
You have to. You're right. You have to sleep with your friends' shows on their streams live for hours. So, like,
Yeah.
if you guys were really serious about getting monetized, if you were close, I would turn your guys' channels on and just on as many devices as I had, and I would try to get you guys that way. You know,
Well,
it's
sure.
it, it's very, which is crazy because we have a community and we should be able to do stuff like that, but it's not. You know, not everybody I think is in it for the monetization. I think some people are in it, but just for the love of the game.
Yeah. Well, it's really the only way to do it because I don't know, man. If you're just I don't know. If you don't love it, then you're probably gonna end up like me or whatever. And it's not that I don't love it. I do, but
And
it never was about
I don't think you
monetization.
committed career suicide or anything. Just I don't. I mean, I don't
Yeah.
know what you're necessarily what you're thinking as far as that. I don't want you to feel like your channel's screwed or something, man. You just got to rebuild.
Yeah, yeah, that's true. I mean, hopefully. I mean, in the last month, I've only lost like something like 50 subscribers or something like that. But it's starting to erode. You know.
I think that there's a lot of talented people here, and you guys just got to figure out how far you want to go with it. Like I think a lot of us are content doing what we're doing. Um, I just haven't had a chance to get back into the swing of things myself. You know,
Sure.
I keep taking hiatuses and breaks, and then I get real into it. Then I take breaks.
And I
It's
do.
just problem is I like my friends. I want to be around you guys. So it's like it's you know it's you can only do so much for content purposes.
Yeah, it's true. You know, don't please anyone on the panel or in the chat, don't take my absence from YouTube as some sort of like. It's not that I don't want to be with everyone. I just haven't really been able to. Things have been going so haywire. I don't even know how to explain it. But it's not that I don't want to be around my friends. Things have just been set on fire out here, so I'm trying to put them out all the time.
Thing is, I will say this about your channel, Wes, is that you have unique you have a uniqueness about your content that I think you could really go far with it if you sat down and said, "Hey, I want to go far with YouTube." Then you could do it.
Well,
Um,
dude, you're probably right, but I would need a team of people working on every single one of the videos in order to make it work. You know, like. But you're right, man. You're right. If I put my mind to it, if I wasn't always worried about work and uh, family issues and shit like that, then probably would have a lot more productive YouTube channel and all that. But I mean, sometimes you just have to, I don't know, do what you have to do.
I know. And Jennifer really has been really the one. Her and Echo have really been holding up. I mean, me and Bones have kind of we don't make as many videos as we used to, but Echo and Jennifer really have been pounding out the videos. And I feel bad because I can't get to all of them, but
Yeah, that's great. I'm glad that they're doing that, man.
yeah, Echo and Jennifer, they're doing a lot of content. Pat's still doing quite a bit of content. Erica still is. Ben Grimm has some good stuff up too. Check out some of his latest videos. Bones has a couple of videos up. Make sure to check out his videos. But like, we all go through spurts, man.
Oh yeah.
I highly recommend everybody doing Echo's Trauma Week. I think that's going to be fun as hell.
Yep. Got got a ton of trauma movies to pick from. Now I would double it if I can find 7 trauma zombie movies.
Dude, I only have one trauma movie that I know of. Well, few, but one true trauma release. So
Well, the thing is, that's why I said in my thing, because Trauma is a production company and a distributor. So that's why I made the rule that it has to be either one of the movies they've made or they've distributed. I tend to forget that they are a distributor.
Uh-huh.
So
Uh,
that opens it up a little bit more by if it's one that
was Bath Salt Zombies? Was that Trauma?
Yeah, dude. No? Was it Echo?
Looking. I said movie, not mobile, you fucking computer.
Dude, no, come to think about it, I might have some trauma movies after all.
Wes, I would have to assume you and Jennifer both have trauma movies. I already know that me and Bones have a few. Sure, Pat and Erica have some.
I'm trying to see who distributed it, but so far having no luck. It's not telling
Only
me.
one there. I mean, it just seems like a trauma movie. But trauma was like before the whole VHS shot on VHS boom of the 80s and the late 80s, 90s.
Go back to the 70s, actually, I believe.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, they were kind of like the homegrown, progenitor of, horror movies in a way. Because then everyone in the 80s liked the
What was it?
like Will Hellfire.
That movie, The First Turn On, The Turn On or whatever. It was a sex comedy from the 70s or 80s. It had the guy who played Melvin in it. There's a scene about someone where he's moaning and rubbing, like, what was it, potatoes or whatever all over himself. What's the name of that movie?
Oh my goodness.
Taters. Dude.
I watched like a documentary. He has a documentary on Tubi, if I remember right, where he talks about it. He shows that scene where he's like moaning and he's all like, oh, potatoes. Oh, potatoes or something. He's got like all this food and stuff, and he's just like rubbing himself like, how much fucking crack did he smoke? He had to smoke more than crack to be like, oh.
Anybody in the chat? Anybody in the chat or the panel, if you know of any trauma zombie films?
And now I'm trying to remember the name of that movie.
Rabid Grannies. No, that's not technically zombies, right? Echo.
Yeah, I think it is. Yeah.
That's demonic possession.
Oh, I knew Echo would. He's got it all classified, organized.
Because I reviewed that, and there's a story, if I remember, that's the one where the actors didn't really speak. Some of the actors didn't really speak English, so they had to do the thing. What do they call it? The phonic or whatever, where you have to. The lines are said to you in one language, and you repeat them, but you don't know what you said. But they didn't get paid.
Oh.
And I think it's one where they didn't get paid, and then they took the guy to court, and they lost the suit, so they still didn't get paid. And then they probably lost all the money to the lawyer.
Yeah.
What about the children? No, that's demonic possession as well, or is it?
No, that I have the children. That's a good question.
I
That is
think
more like
they're like born
mutagen.
evil.
No, the children. You're talking about
Oh, yeah, they got gassed on the school
radioactive
bus
gas, and if they grab you, they cook you from the inside out.
with the black fingernails.
And the only way to stop them is to cut their hands off.
Oh yeah.
And that didn't get as much shit from people as the children at play.
Oh yeah.
That pissed off a lot of people. That scene at the end.
That's good.
I'm trying to remember this guy's name.
Jennifer, what's your experience with trauma?
Well, I have a lot of trauma movies. I enjoy them a lot.
They're
They're that
fun.
low budget, low class, sleazy horror comedy I like.
Have you ever seen The Killer Nerd
Yes,
or
I
any of
did.
the sequels?
Just
That's a good
the
one.
nerd.
It's a
Yeah, the
good one.
first
Yeah.
turn on. That's the one that he has. It's Mark Torgo, where he's rubbing the food all over himself
Oh,
sexually.
you mean Torgo from
He played Mel.
Manos?
He played Mano. He played Toxie in his human form. He played Melvin. And I want to say there's a documentary on him where he talks about that and stuff. And it literally shows that scene where it's like he's just like, oh yes, and he's rubbing potatoes and stuff all over himself.
I watched one called Eating Mrs. Campbell, and it's one of the newest trauma films. It was fucking epic.
And then this
Ooh,
of course, I don't know. This is the reason why I ordered the tape is that design, those colors. It's like bright pink and green.
Something
Jen,
definitely
tells me that
interesting.
this is about guys who get contaminated or whatever, turned into savage women killers.
Oh,
So, and the women got to fight for their life.
jeez. You ever heard Combat Shock? That's on
Combat.
the disturbing movies list, if you will. But
And then I got Trauma's War, the Joe Flashhacker. Can you remember Pat Ryan? He was the mayor in Toxic Avenger, and he ran the atomic nuclear factory in Castle Newcomb High. He was the
okay.
fat guy, and then from what year was it? 88 to the day till he died. Joe Fleshhooker was the fat guy.
What?
He was like he debuted at Trauma's War. He was Toxie's sidekick in Toxic Avenger 4. And in alternate reality, it has him giving head to somebody. The guy that gets killed by an escalator in Terraformer. And the guy who plays Gerald in Portuguese. He goes to the bathroom and shits all the skin out, and it comes out all skinny. He's like, look, I'm skinny again.
He shits his skin off.
Literally, like he's all like shits and shit, all this shit and blood all over the place, and his skin comes off, and then he's running around with no skin. Like, look, I'm skinny again, and he runs out. And they're like, wow. When he shows up, I'm Jared, but you used to be skinny. I know. Now give me my fucking food.
Patrick, I'm positive you probably have a trauma film at least in your collection.
Well, like I said, that's the thing.
Oh,
Is
sure.
like some of the ones like this, like Curse of the Screaming Dead is not a trauma movie. It's what they distributed. My copy is the one that Vestron. Is it Vestron or Vinegar Syndrome? Where is it in this mess?
I couldn't tell you, dude. Are you talking about Vestron, like the the slip covers and all that.
No,
The
I want to say
collection.
one of those companies re-released it, and even though it says Medical Syndrome, it also says Trauma.
Oh yeah. Well,
Yeah.
Vincent does a lot of trauma films like that. Rabbit Grannies,
Yeah,
Mother's Day.
Vertigo Syndrome is actually released this on Blu-ray, but they still like a real tiny thing is the Trauma logo,
Oh well,
and
they're still there. Yeah, they're if they were the production company, they pretty much got it on there forever, don't
well, then
they?
they
I
were
mean,
distributed. And this movie, I guess in the book, I want to read Lloyd's book. He lists it as is also known as. I gotta read this because I always get the name wrong. You know how many times I had to redo that video because I kept doing the name wrong?
dude,
It's
I
also known as
understand.
Curse. It's also known as Curse of the Cannibal Confederates. And Lloyd's one of his books, he lists this as one of the worst films they ever distribute.
So
And the thing is,
he keeps
that
track of
he
all that.
no, he was like, it's terrible, it sucks. And then for them to say like it's one of the worst ones, they're not happy. It's like fucking Trauma. Look at the shit they release.
Yeah, it's Trauma.
So it's like, and it makes me wonder if that book, if there's like a list, the movies we don't like, the worst ones we list. Like,
That would be a great idea to sell to Lloyd, though, wouldn't it be? Like, hey, I got a non-disclosure or agreement first. I got an idea for you, or maybe you just copyrighted it at this very moment. I think
oh,
that's an excellent idea. He should put
what
out
is
a.
it? You just reminded me of a video I was watching, Wes. Do you remember a soda called Sierra Mist?
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
they're still
And
around.
it got renamed Starry. Now apparently that's left about they let the copyright for Sahara Mist expire. Now one thing they decided to rename it Starry, but there's another story is that there was a girl on TikTok who you called herself Sahara Mist with a C instead of an S, and that she was doing spicy content. And story goes is that when they let it expire, she grabbed it up. And they tried to tell her to stop because it was bad. It's bad for our brand. She's like, nope. See here, this says I own it.
Well, she had probably a really good opportunity to make a hell of a lot of money and just keep her old name. Yeah, all right, well, I'll sell it back to you, but
Oh yeah, by the
it's
way,
going to cost you $50 million or
bad
something.
news, Jen. I copyrighted your name for internet purposes and entertainment purposes, so you have to change it to, I don't know, Jennifer Helms.
Let's catch up here. Let's see. Ben
Sorry, we've
Grimm,
been
like
geeking out over the
Frostbiter.
trauma stuff, Hobbs. I don't know what's wrong.
Well,
We're just a couple movie nerds down here.
No, I'm
I
looking
ended
at
up.
title. I'm looking at titles also. I'm trying to figure out what
Oh
else we
no,
got.
I know.
I ended up being nicknamed the Traumatizer because apparently my love for traumatized people. Apparently, namely man. So why not go going with it? And I think they do make a Traumatizer shirt. Trauma does.
Yeah, they do.
So I might need to get my hands on it. Although I messed up that video, I was supposed to open up that video reading the comic book. Because I have the new Toxic Avenger comic book. I should open it up reading it. And they're doing, I guess, I don't know if it's real, a crossover. Toxic Avenger and Jesus Christ.
Well, that makes sense. They're very similar characters, if you
Superstar?
right.
Jesus Christ Superstar?
No, Jesus Christ. The guy from the Bible and everything. There's a picture of Jesus like putting his hand out to Toxie. Toxie's like, ooh.
I've got a question for the panel. Has anyone ever heard of Ron Atkins, the director?
Yeah.
I've heard the name.
He had a movie that he portrayed Jesus. He was the director and the main star, I believe. And I don't remember the name of it, but man, That just brought me back to that he should direct that. Or is it already?
I would love to see Toxic Revenger and Jesus Christ Superstar to put together.
That's a winner, I'd say.
I still
So
want to find they have
this is the next move for Toxic Avenger movies, is what you're saying? That's being made?
no, it's a comic because now they're doing the comics.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Well,
Like
the
there's a Portuguese, the return of Portuguese, which shows Toxie. So I guess we're gonna have Toxie versus the Portuguese. The Chicken Dead versus Toxie.
That sent a shiver up my spine, man.
Did you guys ever watch the Kabuki Man movies from Trauma?
Oh,
That's the only true trauma I have. Or the only full-on trauma I have.
That was back in high school when we were almost smoking weed. We rented a whole bunch of trauma movies. That was one of them, and that's where we came to the conclusion that being stoned, being fucked up, watching trauma movies wasn't a good idea because we were getting all freaked out. It was like, was it Teenage Cat Goes in Heat, Class of Nukem High, Toxic Avenger, Sergeant Kabuki Man, and just sitting in the back watching us like all fucked up and shit. Like, oh god, no. It's like no, we're never doing that shit again.
Dude, well, I'm not going to go down that road, but I 100% understand what you're talking about there. You got to watch what you're doing while you're watching movies. You know what I mean?
Like certain ones you don't want
to be dropping acid and watching,
Dick Shark or something.
Requiem for a Dream. Yeah. But yeah, you don't want to watch Dick Shark on acid either. I'll tell you that. You'll have the worst trip of your life.
And I forgot.
Ben Grimm says
has a brother that did some directing or something.
Ben Grimm says Cho Maggot is a good one. Return to Class of Nukem High. That one.
Ooh.
There's one I used to have called Fatty Drives the Bus. I don't think a lot of people know about that one. That's a real good one. We're talking about Rhonda Shear from Up All Night. Up All Night.
Shit, I forgot because it was Charles Kaufman. Boyd Kaufman's brother was talking about Mother's Day.
Yeah.
He co-wrote and directed that movie.
And you're right. You can't do drugs or do too many things while you're watching certain movies. You're absolutely right.
No drugs, no alcohol. Otherwise, you'll just be sitting there like,
Yeah, imagine watching Willy Wonka or something when you're all fucked up.
I would not watch that remake with Johnny Depp. I won't watch it.
Neither will I.
Johnny Depp. When I see the clips, Johnny Depp scares the shit out of me.
The way he's so fucking he looks like a child diddler or something in that movie, man.
Have you seen the mashup videos of Willy Wonka meeting Captain Jack Sparrow?
Oh yeah.
They have literally like their interaction. It's like, oh fuck, I like Captain Jack, man. I like Jack Sparrow. He's a cool character. Do they have to put him in there? Fuck no.
It's all implied though, Echo. Like, they don't want to come out and say like, that he's gosh. I don't know. I don't want to use the wrong speech, but they just made it seem creepy because that was the only edge that they would have.
Well, I mean, Johnny, I like Johnny's acting. I'm a fan. I think he's cool. He can do these different characters, but that was so like creepy. But I did see a little bit, some scenes from that prequel. They did. At all. Have you seen that one yet?
Oh, that looks like a better movie. Doesn't look as hokey as that remake was, but like I haven't seen it. I mean, I saw a promo, but I don't know, man. It's like, I really don't. I don't do the whole, kids movie thing. Like I don't know,
It's
man.
his first
Well,
Sometimes I do.
I will if it's one from my childhood.
Sure,
Oh, it's like the upcoming
like
this month.
Labyrinth or
Oh, Labyrinth. I won't do what's that movie? Never ending story. Childhood trauma. The horse scene.
yes, the horse thing. And do you see
oh boy,
those videos with the kids dressed up like that,
Oh, he's got the
dragging
horse.
no,
around a horse head?
That
oh
if I
no.
ever watch that movie again, I have to go past that
Whoa.
scene. God, no! I'm trying to save the horse, and you're watching it. And you're like, no, don't let the horse die. No.
Yeah.
Traumatized kids who are now adults and are still traumatized for
Dude,
that one scene.
hey, you remember Dark Crystal? Anyone remember that?
I
Yes,
have it,
I
but
love
yeah.
it.
Love that freaking. That one was like the Skeksis scared the hell out of me, man.
Oh, the way they would talk to you and their movements.
That's good.
They were memorable. Now Netflix did a prequel. Was it Netflix or Amazon that did the prequel?
Well, I don't know. I mean, I don't need the prequel, man. Like, here's the thing. Like, I had enough with the movie, man. Like, I love that fucking movie. Like, and for them to come, it's just a capitalization, and
But
it's like,
also
you know,
that's Jim
it's a
Henson.
ripoff.
It's Jim
Yeah,
Henson.
it's perfect the way it is.
The thing is,
We
it's
don't
Jim
need to
Henson.
add on.
And the thing is, we look at Jim
Right on.
Henson was
Yeah.
look, Jim Henson was doing all these kiddie stuff with Sesame Street and the Muppets and all this stuff.
Of course.
Is not.
Well, some of his first films were not all that, palatable for children, should I say?
No. And he was his whole thing was such a visionary. And then those dumbasses who were doing the Toto movies decided to get rid of him for that last movie. So, Suits. Nope.
By the beard of Zeus. I don't know why that just came out.
Where have I heard that from?
You were thinking of your beard? I don't know.
Mine's more like I don't know. I don't know if it's a beard. I mean, I keep shaving the damn thing. It don't seem to work out for these beards. Shit.
Like
But okay, here's the thing.
like
I'm
my
looking.
I don't
mom's
think I'm
beard.
beardable.
It's
Your
grown
mom-
back
your-
every
your
morning.
mom's a builder lady.
Yeah. It's a curse. And when you really get down to it, if you let a beard grow, man, getting that fucker off of there is a real tough. I mean, how do you do that shit? You got to cut it down. You got to use a lawnmower first,
Shit.
and then you got to use a hedge trimmer.
Hey, I've had this for so many
Man.
years. Wes, I've had this for so many years. At one time, I did try to cut it, and I grew it right back because I was like, I got a chin.
Yeah, it's weird.
I don't like how it looks. I don't like how my chin looks. So I
Yeah,
grew it
man.
right back.
Well, your chin, I'm sure, is great, but I had the same thing about myself.
You get used to the length.
I think your chin is beautiful.
No, you get used to the length.
Oh,
So
well, your chin's beautiful.
Right.
See, with me is when I shaved it, my chin looked so small because I was used to the length.
I couldn't recognize myself after I shaved. I was like, oh, this is strange. Like, I had the goatee for so long, man. Like, I don't know. I just forgot. Like, it's just better with the.
Have you seen there's videos of this one guy that he shaved his beard off, and the joke was he shaved like 20, 30 years off.
Yeah.
There's another guy who shaved it off, and he goes to talk to his newborn baby, whatever, his little baby. The baby looks at him and starts crying.
Sure.
It's like, oh, that's my daddy.
Yeah.
Someone I think
That's
did the
got a
dog
pretty
thing too.
astute baby there to notice a beard and shit, but still to not know that it's dad. I mean, how can you blame this baby, right?
Yeah.
I think someone even did that with the dog one time. The dog just was like, "What the fuck is this?" It's Like it smells like him, but doesn't look like him.
Not him.
Dude, one time I had to be Santa back in the, I don't know, like the early 2000s, and my daughter was one of the ones that came up. Oh no, it was Christmas Eve, Christmas night, and I had to come, play Santa because I was pretty poorly back then, and but she knew right off the bat that it was me, no problem. She looked at me and was like, "No, I know it's you, Dad." But she couldn't speak, so
Couldn't give it away. Well, those
no,
guys
check
who
it out,
dedicate,
man.
have you seen the guys that there was a documentary that Russell Mick Foley was in it about those guys who dedicate themselves to playing Santa. They grow the beard, they put on the weight, and then they live things died and stuff. I mean, it's just
That's a
like
lot of weight to put on, man.
they spend the money on the costumes. It's like a yearly thing.
Well,
You gotta grow everything out. You gotta put on the weight.
oh, I remember. There's a documentary about that. Bad Santa.
No, what was it?
I was just joking.
And
But
Mick was
no,
like,
I know what you're talking about, and
and it's
that's
like,
kind of scary.
and there was I saw that documentary, and there was a haunted house documentary on the guys who dedicate themselves every Halloween.
You ever heard that mass murderer who just happened to look like Santa Claus and killed his whole family on Christmas Eve or Christmas Day?
No,
I don't remember the dude's name, but I know that there was a fella in America that did that. Crazy
well,
old Santa looking son of a bitch.
there's a cute video out that made the rounds, and it was what store was it? It's at a store, and this guy's walking around, and he's got the long gray fluffy build. He looks like Santa, and a
Okay.
little girl stops him and starts being like, "Are you Santa?" And he gets on one knee and he literally starts playing the role right there.
Wow.
And it's really cute of him to do that. Hey, if I had the long beard and it was white, I'd do the same thing.
Thank you.
Hold it down for me, guys, if you don't mind. Thank you.
Holding it down. So we've just been yakking, man. What's the time? I don't even think I've heard from Bones since I came in. Ouija, are you with me? Oh, what up,
Boglin.
Boggling?
Glenn.
How you been, Boggling?
Boglin along.
It's mind-boggling. This boggling. If only I could have done a Chris Walken for that part there. You know what sucks about a pile of roaches, you guys?
Define the roaches, the bug or the people.
Oh, just like a whole colony of roaches dead on the ground.
Just clean them up.
No, I was just joking, but no. Yeah.
You could use them to make roach stew.
What?
Yum.
Hey, some people eat that shit, man.
Ropes?
There was that guy, that pilot or whatever, got stuck in the woods somewheres, and that's how he survived, eating bugs.
Well, sometimes you gotta eat bugs, man. You know, her life is like a shit sandwich. The more bread you have, the less shit you have to take. Isn't that in a movie or something?
Probably is.
Like
If not, then you need to stop working on the movie just so you can use that line in it.
I don't know, man. I just felt like using that one. It's been so long, and It's kind of true though, but you know,
I got kicked out of Pizza Ranch today.
what? How did? What they? What was their reasoning behind that, Jen?
They saw my sock. I was wearing, this is a bodysuit,
Okay.
and I did not know it went up too high in the um it goes all the way down to my shoes when I'm standing up. But when I sit down, it, I guess, came up, and I was wearing this sock.
Let me get a good look at that sock there. What the fuck is that? Well, that's why you got kicked out, man.
Hey, be right back. I gotta take care of something.
God damn it. You fucking tricked me. Oh, God. It's like you just did one of these. Whatever it is.
I wasn't
Yeah,
looking.
now
Was
you
it
get
a
to
big sock?
Rochambeau me once in the Nards or something. Jeebus.
I wasn't looking. Was it
I'm
a
not.
big sock? I know she has a pair of dick socks.
Yeah. Now I know. Thanks for the warning, Bones.
I should have a
I
white
just
pair.
got
Well, like I
one
said, I
good
wasn't looking. I had a
eyeful
different tab
of
open.
big black dick.
All I heard was look at my sock.
Dude, no problem, no problem. Yeah, I had no choice. It's my fault. I looked. I've been told. You look into the abyss, it looks right back at you. Something like that. Christ, I'm not gonna be able to sleep for a couple nights.
The big black cock sock will stay at my house.
So
It's
I
not,
hope that wasn't inappropriate or whatever. I'm
yeah.
probably canceled now. But I mean, hey, this is the internet, you know. I mean, I'm not the first guy to have mentioned it. Well, shit.
What's a fuck?
Atreyu. I don't think I've seen Atreyu. I think I've listened to the band called Atreyu, but I don't think I've.
Same.
Atreyu is a boy who rides our
A never ending story.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So,
I love
what more are you
music.
guys? Are you guys looking forward to
Yerp,
the most? The new Final Destination movie
yerp,
or Clowns in a Cornfield?
yerp.
Clowns in the cornfield. My son's already seen that.
What's that?
It's a new
Is it
movie
like
that's out about a clown in a cornfield that kills people. It's supposed to be pretty dope.
sounds dope? I thought it was gonna be like some Children of the Corn spinoff or something, but I like that idea better.
This is more like the killer clowns from outer space that hide in a cornfield and kill you.
All right.
Friendo the clown.
I like that crossover convergence, man.
I'm surprised you've not heard of it, man.
Well, I do live under a rock, so that might explain a little bit of it, but I don't watch like TV, man, only YouTube and so I don't see commercials or trailers or whatever, man. Like sad to say. And I've altogether stopped buying my physical media lately because it's a little cheaper for me right now to not. So yeah, what are you gonna do? But
It's true.
I don't know, man. I hear about movies from you guys. I hear about movies from you know my YouTube friends. I mean,
It's very true. We converse.
Mhm.
dude. I almost yeah, it's essential, because otherwise I wouldn't have heard of those two new movies. I did. Well, I heard my buddy Brian. He got caught in the tornado earlier, and he did, and his house did, and they almost got destroyed by 50-foot tall trees that got down. And he said it was right after the new Final Destination promo happened, and it was like just a crash, a big old boom right after that promo aired, and I didn't know what he was talking about. Like, why would they run a promo for Final Destination?
Yeah.
No, I know. Now I understand.
What's up, Michelle? Michelle in the house.
I'm chill.
We've got Echo, we've got Bones, Jennifer, and Wes is back on the panel. We're
Dude.
discussing upcoming movies, and we're discussing trauma and any and everything.
My sock.
Oh yeah. We didn't just come in for. It depends on when she came in.
Yeah, Hobbs, you missed the sock.
Oh my.
Hobbs missed the sock.
I missed the sock talk.
Master gives Dubby
Maybe
a
you should
sock.
flash Hobbs with the sock.
Yeah, I got kicked out of Pizza Ranch today because this pants, this pantsuit thing that I'm wearing with the skeletons on it comes up a little too far in the legs, and it showed off
But she
my
has something hanging out of her skirt.
yeah.
You must show Hobbs the sock.
Jesus.
It's a trick, right? Like, I mean, it's like, when someone pulls a fast one on you. Like, what am I looking at? Hold on. Oh, yeah. Well,
So I didn't
it's
get
a.
my next 3 meals, and I didn't get to make a video in there.
Aw. I
It's,
think that we should fight for an America that allows cock socks in any public forum, whether it be the floor of the Senate or McDonald's or whatever, or the Pizza Palace for that matter.
Yeah.
Let's widen, our belief system here,
Let's widen our cocks and socks.
Patrick says it was Tony Todd, not a tornado.
Hmm?
Patrick says it was Tony Todd, not a tornado.
Oh yeah, Tony Todd was there. And he had the bees all crawling all over him and shit, and he had a hook hand, and it was fucking nightmare. I bet Patrick's experiencing some crazy ass weather. Cause he's coming through this whole area here, man.
Can you show them again? God almighty.
Somewhere in the house.
Where in the hell did you get those?
A Spencer's in Missoula. Of course.
Cock sock.
Cocksocket?
Yeah.
Cock sock.
Well, that was going to be my next question. Where do I get a pair for myself, man?
I thought I'd seen it all, but I never would have seen cock socks ever.
But do they sell Giner socks?
I mean, Red Hot Chili Peppers wore the socks on cocks. I do remember that, but not a cock on a sock. You would have thought it would have been the first thing to come out. First sock design. You know what, dear? Just put a cock on there. That'll make a nice sock. Wear that stocking.
You could put a nice set of balls where the ankles are.
Or better yet, a dingle ball dress. Not, but at the bottom, not the entire.
She's gonna wear them for the Christmas dance.
Ooh.
The Sadie Hawkins Day Christmas dance.
Sadie Hawkins and our STDs.
What?
Oh my
Yeah.
God.
I was Miss Sadie. She left me with a burning sensation that I'm still dealing with 40 years later.
My God, it's the spirits of the chipmunks come back all at once.
We're coming to chipmunk your balls off, Wes.
That's her?
Well, I'm afraid to tell you, someone's already beat you to it.
Let me guess. Jen.
Yeah, it could have been. I was anatomically impaired as a Kendall. Anybody get that reference?
Kindle.
Okay,
I'm trying to understand.
you don't know that movie, man? Come on, anybody remember that line from a movie?
Barney
It's
never gets
from
any mention
Dogma.
from
Yeah.
Jen.
Yeah. That's the
He's
only
about as
Kevin Smith
ill-equipped
movie I really can't watch.
as Corey Feldman.
Oh, it's a wild one.
Don't you be dissing my Corey Feldman, and you better, for Trauma Week, you better be reviewing the one with Corey Feldman in it.
Boy, he was in a
Which one's
trauma
that?
movie? Damn, now I gotta cancel Trauma Week and burn all my trauma movies. Fuck
What
trauma.
movie is it, Jen?
Citizen Trauma.
Fuck trauma. Trauma Week has been canceled.
Well, shit, I just heard about it a moment ago. Now it's canceled. Shit
Gonna
moves quick in
do
this town.
Jennifer Tauche. So what do you guys got coming up this week? Anything you got exciting coming up? What are you doing this week? Anything, even if it's non-channel related?
These nuts, and that's not channel related.
I'm afraid that is a little channel related, isn't it? Or no, that might be your channel, but
I have never showed them on my channel.
no. I just you say it a lot.
Yeah, it is the outro to my stream.
That's a good point. Dude, I'm gonna have a couple of teeth pulled. I think my teeth are falling apart, and might go. Who knows, man? I think that's about it for me, really. I mean, I've got to do that one video, but I haven't got my new device yet, man.
Oh, I do want to recommend, if you're serious about monetization, only if you're serious about it, shorts do help a little bit. So if you guys do short videos, they do help gain subscribers.
Eat my shorts.
Make shorts. That's
Yeah,
right. We're
man.
supposed to be a pantsless stream tonight. What the hell happened?
Well,
Jen ruined it by
maybe we
talking
are.
by singing
Three
the
of us
praises
have our
Corey
cams
Feldman.
off.
Well, technically, I have pants too.
Yeah. Woo. Dude, I swear I've got
Well,
pants on.
I got shorts on and shorts aren't pants, so the shorts.
Are they
That's what I was going to
shorts?
ask. Does that count? I'm wearing shorts. Does that count as
Are they
pantsless stream?
English shorts?
Yeah, short pants.
So the standard shorts.
Short
Down to your
pants.
knees.
You mean it's
Oh, yeah, that's the short pants.
shorts that go down to your knees?
I don't like people seeing my knees, so I try to keep them covered.
Oh,
To be fair, he wears thigh-high socks, so it really cancels the other one.
Actually, I normally do, but I've been having a problem with socks, and then when I take them off, you can tell.
Forgive me.
It's like they're cutting the circulation of my feet off, so when I take them off,
Jen
they'll
wears
leave a
top
big
socks.
indent.
I'll never be the same.
He's going to send you a pair.
Cock socks.
And here's a new trick, Mr. Fox. Socks on chicks and dicks on cocks. Socks? Yeah. Only the old school crew knows what I'm talking about there.
Oh,
Or do you?
I think he's calling you old, Jen.
Huh?
No, I'm
I think
talking
he's
about
calling you an old
nobody.
fart.
Nobody applauded or said yeah. But after that, it was dead fucking
Oh,
silence,
Jen nodded, so I guess
No,
he's
radio
calling
I'm
her an
trying to
silence.
old lady.
remember what they said.
It's the Dr. Seuss book. No big
Yeah, I
fucking deal.
know. I
Just I
know.
don't know.
I have the whole Dr. Seuss collection.
Oh man,
Sam, I am
sorry
ham.
to
Sam
mention that,
says
but I
ham.
beat you.
Ham says ham. Says eat ham. Eat ham says ham. Eat ham.
I agree.
Taylor Ham.
And Sam Hansen,
And every Friday I go and read to the kids at the library while I wear cock socks the rest of the week.
you're a Russian agent, are you? Yeah, expose the children to the. Oh goodness,
No, I
just
don't
joking.
wear cock socks to when I read to the kids.
Oh, I thought the entire thing was a setup, but yeah, okay. As long as you don't, well, hell, expose them to it. Why not? I mean, might as well get it over with.
My mom told me when I was 5. So, I think that
Why?
yeah.
Was
She
it a
sat me
warning or
down.
a disclaimer or like, hey, watch out?
She sat me down to watch I Spit on Your Grave to tell me how bad men were and to
Oh,
stay
sure.
away from
Well,
them.
isn't that how everyone gets the birds and the bees talk? As it, that's how my mom did it back in the '80s. And she was like, "Watch this, boy."
Yeah.
She's like, "Don't you
Three
ever."
guys
You know,
are
she's
going to
beating.
drag you through the forest and rape you. And stay away from boys.
That's a scared straight treatment right there.
And this is how I turn out. I'm wearing cocks on my socks.
See, you had the exact opposite effect she was intending.
Yes.
Yeah, I did hear about Clint Howard doing the Ice Cream Man. I did hear about that. He's directing the Ice Cream Man sequel.
Oh, awesome sauce.
That's cool.
Jennifer, how much were your cock socks?
$19.99.
Good lord, for each side?
No, one came regular.
I
No, I
don't know
mean
where
like to buy the originals.
I don't know where you find this stuff at, but it's legendary.
So I ended up spending like $40 to get one white cock pair and one black cock
Oh
pair.
my god.
That's a very American way to do things, I would say. I like that you still, you supporting both sides of
Yeah.
the cops.
Ah,
You're supporting both the
I'm
cops.
not a racist person. I accept both
Amen.
genders of cock.
Understood.
She accepts all cops.
Yeah.
cocks. Well, I
Oh,
think we're at 2 people in the chat, and I think we're having a blast. But I think we're gonna call it because it's 90 minutes almost now. But I do want to thank everybody for coming. Does anybody have anything else they want to promote?
I'm just gonna be working on the trauma week thing.
We've already
Right
gone over
on.
the trauma. Jennifer,
I will be with Echo on Trauma Week.
well, hopefully Wes and everybody else will join in for Trauma Week. Wes, stick
So
with us, man.
when is
Come
it?
back.
What?
Is June
June
the
22nd to
month?
June 28th.
All right, all right. I got it, man. I think I could do that.
And if I can find 7 Trauma zombie movies, which I've already reviewed one, then I'll be doing it on both channels.
Nice.
Wes, you're always welcome, buddy. So next week
Thank
we
you
going
so
back
much
up.
for having me. You guys are awesome.
Everybody have a great week. We will catch up tomorrow.
Okay.
All right,
Thank you,
right
Bones,
on.
Echo, Jennifer, Wes, everybody that came up tonight, everybody in the chat. Have a good weekend.
You
Good
too,
night.
man. Bye-bye.